Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'd like to talk to you about Shiba Inus. This coming week, we're going to look at Shiba Inus and try to guess where they might go based on where the market is at the moment. Also, we're going to talk about an interesting case of a person who put $4,000 into a Shiba Inu and lost $70 million because he sold it. When it was valued again, it went down, came back up to $4,000, and then he sold it. At that point, that $4,000 would have been worth $70 million. How do we know when to sell and when to hold? That's what we're going to talk about here. We're going to look into that and see if there's an answer. All I ask is that you smile at me and hit the like button on. Shiba Inu is now worth 0.401,031, which is 3.2% more than it was yesterday. More and more, Shiba Inu is getting close to the top of the random fold. Things are interesting on the crypto market right now. We're seeing things pop up about 15% to 20% of the time. A few weeks ago, we saw something like this happen. This week we're seeing it again. A lot of things are going on that I talked about this morning in the US and that might have an effect on the markets. But I think the most important thing we need to look at is Dogecoin, since Bitcoin is what makes everything work in the end. The Bitcoin stochastic fold tells us that Bitcoin needs to pull back very badly. But the problem is the market that people who own Bitcoins are holding. People are waiting to see when the Bitcoin ETFs will be released, so no one is making money here. So it's only a few weeks away. It seems like people won't miss this chance and will sell right away, even if we saw what. Since this is a one-of-a-kind case, right? But why is this a very special case? People reacted to the fake news on Twitter that BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF had been approved. Because we already saw it, we know that the response will be the same when the news comes out. We saw what would happen, right? So some people know. That's why there has been a lot of buying in the last few weeks, as the end of the year draws near. People told me at the end of November that there might be sell-offs because people would be selling their crypto to buy Christmas presents and other things. Things are getting more and more like Christmas. That might be true again. But I don't think that will make a huge difference. There have been a lot of investments that have gone up over 100% and doubled, so maybe people will take some risks. And a lot of people bought AVAX and Cardano. That means that some people may decide to take their gains and buy Christmas presents. But I think most crypto users know that the bull market hasn't even begun yet. So it's likely that they won't be selling off their assets that quickly, right? That's just my opinion, though. That might not be true. Someone with a smaller portfolio might say, okay, this $5,000 crypto portfolio is not my top priority right now. The happiness of my kids and my wife is the most important thing to me. Okay, I'll sell it. I'm going to sell everything and come back to it later. That's possible. I don't think that's how the big whales and other huge crypto buyers think, though. That being said, it will be interesting to see what next few weeks bring. When it comes to Shiba Inus, it looks like everyone is ready for the burn, right? It's possible that the Shiba Inu burn will happen here in the next few days. The next level of resistance is at 1050. It looks like the top of the stochastic full in the daily is getting close. Shiba Inus can still live in that area for a long time. For now, let me take these off because these are hard to move because they don't want to accidentally move the lines. They're not stuck. As you can see, Shiba Inu was on the random full on top for a while. But there was a lot of coming together here. It wasn't moving very quickly from this place to this one. That's the fear. It's not the worst thing ever. Shiba Inu could consolidate for 11 days, so this could happen right before Christmas, right? No matter where you are in the world, it's the 10th or 11th, right? If we go with the 10-day plan, that wouldn't surprise me. Shiba Inu could get stuck in this area between 970 and 1046 for the next 3, 4, or 5 days, right? This too. It wouldn't surprise me if we stayed here for another 5 to 10 days, right? Even more so if the Federal Reserve doesn't say anything too big and Bitcoin's value and popularity keep going down. I believe we will be getting ready for another run in January. I believe there will be a lot. I think the power will keep going down until it's at the very bottom. Then, with the possible Bitcoin ETF news in January, there might be a kind of comeback, right? After that, we might get to see another go around here. As we talk about this again, these are Shiba Inu actions that only last a short time, right? When Shiba Inu was at 700 and 800, I kept telling the guys, listen up. These are small, short-term moves that are meant for swing traders. For me, it doesn't matter if Shiba Inu is at 800, 10, or 1,000 at the end of the day if you're not selling, right? It makes people feel good, right? Since the price dropped from 800 to 700 to 1,000 in just 40 days, that's a nice 30% move for swing traders. In the crypto market, you might say, that's nothing. You might be right. But let's not forget that Shiba Inu has a market cap of, $5 billion. And yes, we have seen AVAX go up by 100% in a short time, right? It went from 20 to almost 40, or you can go back further and see that it went from 10 to 40. That's 4 times in a very short time. There are things that can do that, right? It's already 13 billion. On the list of market caps, it was below Shiba Inu. It seems like there are always Shiba Inu parades going on. It will be fun to see who has the most juice in the next bull market, right? Will it be things like AVAX? Will it be a Shiba Inu? Is Matic going to win? Will it be something new that we already know isn't in the top 100? Who will it be? Kaspa? Is it something else? Is it a symbol for games? Right? I don't know. There will be new things. And that's the question, right? That brings me to the next thing. So there will be a lot of cases like this man's when we start to see these rallies and the bull market really gets going. So this man from Dubai put $4,000 into Shiba Inu when it was just starting out. The story goes that the man in Dubai got a spot in Shiba Inu early, just a few weeks after it came out in August 2020. Putting in $4,000 just to see what would happen since SHIB was a new and unknown symbol at the time. The investor bought 5 trillion Shiba Inu tokens at a price of $4,000, which meant that he earned 9 zeros. But this is bad luck. Between September and December 2020, SHIB started falling, adding an extra zero to the disease because he was afraid that his $4,000 could fall. When the price of SHIB went back up, he sold 5 trillion tokens for the same $4,000 price. So, even though the investor got into SHIB early, he or she did not lose or gain money on their holding. The bad news is here. He sold 5 trillion after a month. The plots for SHIB started to rise and zeros started to disappear. It went up and up and up, of course. Which meant it was worth $70 million in October 2020, right? When the SHIB price reached a record high. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 million. That's a trillion times 0, 4 times 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That looks like this. That's 50 million. Still nice, though. It was still kind of nice today, right? How did you make 7? What did 70 million mean? Yes, it's a lot more. In fact, this story is